We have respect for Phil. We wish him nothing but the best. When you hear that comment from Nick Khan, what do you think about? What is he implying?
Healthy.
Can I get to this one story real quick? And we, because CM Punk is in the news today, people. So apparently, they asked the president of WWE, Nick Khan. Well, is he CEO now?
I don't know.
I think because ever since they did, yeah, I think he's still president. But they asked him about Punk, right? And they probably alluded to him. They just asked this man what he thinks. So Nick Khan said, "We only have respect for Phil," and he didn't say CM Punk. "We appreciate his run here. We appreciate what he did and what he tried to do with the UFC." Being that UFC is merged with WWE right now, not many people can actually get in there and do what he did. So we have respect for Phil. We wish him nothing but the best. When you hear that comment from Nick Khan, what do you think about? What is he implying?
I think they genuinely, do have respect for Punk and
Mm-hmm.
everything that he's contributed to the business, whether UFC or WWE. But not for 1 minute do I buy any of the, oh, well, we wish him well and that's going to be that. Because there's been many conversations, even when people was talking to Triple H about Bray Wyatt. He
Mm-hmm.
said exactly what we needed to hear
Mm-hmm.
without saying we're no longer dealing or he's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just like, well, Bray tends to get in RP Bray. Bray tends to get in the way of his
I
own
remember.
sometimes because of his creative mind, blah blah
And
blah.
Triple
But he
H is
never,
good at walking
yeah,
around. That
walking
he
around.
take your ass
So
on the whole motherfucking merry-go-round.
exactly. So even if there are actual people in talks with Punk or there's some type of noise about it,
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to know about it until the papers are signed.
Exactly.
So,
What I got from it was it's too early. Like
mm,
me as Khan, it's too early.
mm,
We're going to, we're monitoring the situation.
right,
We don't have any plans for Punk now, and this is all what's behind those words. We
right.
don't have any plans for Punk. We
Mm,
wish him well in his future endeavors, because what they got to understand, what people got to understand is this: that they're a publicly traded company on twice now. Like,
mm,
you got WWE as a publicly traded company, and then you
right.
have the merger to where it's UFC WWE, and then the Endeavor, and then within that you have the TKO Holdings. You see what I'm
Mm,
saying? So
mm,
it's like triple fucking, like they got stockholders, man. They got shareholders, and being that, and I'm just being realistic, people, and I understand there's a lot of Punk fans out there. They come in droves to our channel, man. And I'm a Punk fan. I am a Punk fan. And at the end
not,
of the day, we have to understand that this is a business.
mm,
WWE is so structured to the point where Nick Khan is integrating NXT. I never even thought I would look at NXT as a contender until now. Like what he's been doing with the WWE, like it or not, is literally getting them to this bigger platform. And what happened in Wembley, what happened, like they don't they don't they don't want to buy a problem. And they
mm,
already they literally was in bed with Punk. And it's a lot of people there that Punk does not rub right. I mean, bruh, it's a lot of people there right now who's getting pushes, and they don't want Punk coming in, because if you do get Punk, he's going to have to be top tier. He's
yeah,
going to take someone's spot. He's going to take someone's money. Now, will other people's money go up? Yes. And that's
Yeah.
where The Rock always say, "Thank you for the house." You see
Thank you
what
for
I'm
the
saying?
house. Exactly.
But you still gonna have someone be lowered for Punk to come in, and I think that, and I think the morale right now is better than it was in a bunch of years. What's your take on it?
Yeah, I think it is, and I think also to I told you how to book Punk. So
Right.
it's not something to where I even if I didn't do a couple year contract, like a 3 year contract or something like that, I could say, hey, look, Royal Rumble, we're gonna cut the check, make an appearance. Let's see how this go. I'll contact you again WrestleMania, or I'll contact you again whatever the show is before WrestleMania to try to build something so you can be in WrestleMania. I
Mm-hmm.
would book him like that. This is not an everyday person. This is not a Raw, SmackDown. This is none of that. Now, if I wanted to draw some big money, and I
Mm-hmm.
say, hey, uh, in 2, 3 Fridays from now, Punk is going to fight his first match back on SmackDown, something like that, to draw it. Or if it was that, what's the Monday Night Raw after SmackDown? I mean, after
After
WrestleMania,
WrestleMania.
right? Big shows like that. That's what I would do with him. Hey, we going to Saudi Arabia or Jeddah. All right, Punk, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's how you book him. You don't keep him backstage. You don't Cody Rhodes him. You don't keep him
Don't.
around.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so
like
shit can happen to where he's commenting on somebody's
exactly.
match and he's like, "Hey, I don't think you to do that." Even though what he said to Jack Perry was absolutely fucking right, and I read that guy's long ass Joan, which I appreciate his take on it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it was. Yeah.
He went in, and I
Mhm.
and I responded and I said, and if you're watching, my brother, you hit those on the nose.
Yeah, I like this comment too.
Because it's just a balance of trying to understand someone. I understand Punk, but it's like that. It's like that brother that you have you love, but he keep doing fuck shit.
Right.
But you like he has great potential, but no one sees it but you. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
that's what Punk is.
It's they're probably not as extreme on that level, but when you talk about your Jimmy Uso, when you talk
Mm-hmm.
about your Jeff Hardy, these are people who have personal demons and stuff, but they also are great performers and they bring in the house. Um, but they're fuck ups.
Yes.
They've been in the news a couple of times for the same things over and
I
over.
remember Randy used to be like that.
Randy used to, yeah, yeah,
He
absolutely.
calmed down like shit.
Oh yeah, it's just like uh, I tell you, boy, a woman to make you get your stuff together. That was just like when you seen Kurt
Yeah.
Angle's documentary, and
Um.
his wife told him, he said, "Look, get your shit together, because if you don't, I will leave your ass." And he said, "Oh, all right, let me throw these pills." Why you ain't say that in the beginning? Like, that's all you
That's
had
what
to say.
I was talking about on my other channel, the Black Non-Democrat, which you guys can always go subscribe to. I was talking about Young Jeezy. Young Jeezy had a amazing transformation based on his Asian girlfriend. Like, I mean, I think she's his wife now. I don't know if they're married.
Yeah, no, she is. I do not see how that. Like, if I seen them two in the street, I would have never put them together.
Young,
That
and
is
she changed his whole view of money and investing and made him lose weight. And dude just wrote a book. Like, I mean, he's talking sense. He's not no snowman no more. He's the
hmm
man. He's a man. You see what I'm saying? And women, the right woman can do that for you.
yeah. That you can tell his album. What was the last one he did with Therapy for My Soul on?
Yeah, people ain't even.
That,
That was his 444. His Jay Z
yeah,
444.
exactly. That album was very mature. He
Yes.
talked about a lot of personal things and righted a lot of wrongs in a way.
Yeah.
So it was,
And
I like,
even when he did his, I don't mean to cut you off, but even when he did his verses with Gucci, Gucci
mad disrespect.
seemingly changed his shit, which he did. He got in shape, but he was still on that shit.
Yeah.
And Jeezy was like, nah, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'ma chill, because he still was talking about killing his man and smoking him. Like,
Yeah, he was real disrespectful on that, and a lot of people was like, "Damn!" Why
and he
Jeezy
kept
going
his
to-
cool. Like,
yeah,
that was some real shit.
but he, and just like Punk, they realized that you still had a bag to give.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't complete this and a fight break out, then we don't get that. So my bag and my money is more important than some little scuffle or something like that. And
Right.
a shout out to CM Punk on the business side of things. Even after that incident happened with Jack Perry, he still went out and put on a hell of a match, because because he could have easily said "fuck you" to Tony Khan and walked out.
He could, yeah.
But he didn't, and I don't think a lot of people give him credit for that. So
the thing is about CM Punk is this, man. I really don't want that picture of him walking off like that to be the last, because he, like it or not, man, he's a very talented individual, and I just hope that he can find a situation, preferably with WWE, like you booked, and one day, I mean, he about to be 50 in a minute. You know what I mean?
that's why I say he got a good 5 years left.
What I hope he don't do is this, because if he do this, it's over. I hope he don't go on somebody's podcast and just start going in.
Nah.
Because once that happened, WWE will see that he hasn't changed, because he did that shit with Colt Cabana. So what he should do is just chill, go have sex with his pretty ass fucking wife,
Right.
get her pregnant or something, man. Go ahead. She don't got no kids. They ain't got no kids.
I don't think they want it, especially at this age. I think
Get her ass pregnant, because we need another little punk
We
around.
need something to do.
Yeah, and we need a second generation punk. But
Punk is just gonna be one of them one-offs.
Yeah.
He's gonna be that James Brown, that DMX,
that
It's
Tupac.
just, Tupac. It's just
So yeah, probably. So at the end of the day, I just hope Punk can reach some type of solace.